of that rain and snow and leave us a signal of it, leave us a record of what it was like.
It's kind of like a time capsule.
I remember as an elementary school kid, put a whole bunch of things from our class in a bucket.
Yearbooks, newspapers, CDs.
Hid it somewhere. 10 years we could look at what we were like as elementary school kids. This lake is the time capsule of all this material from this environment here, and now we're going back to open that time capsule. One of the things we can learn is how sensitive is this landscape to change when it becomes a degree or two warmer, like we might anticipate in the near future.
To get that record out of the mud, Brian picks up the samples and takes them back to his lab. Here, he slices and dices and analyzes like crazy. This all helps him start to form a picture of the past. The story goes a little something like this.
6,000 to 8,000 years ago, when it was warmer, we see that the lakes were all much lower. It was much drier here. There were active dunes. That's when glaciers melted away, snowfields melted away. These natural reservoirs weren't spilling water down into the big creeks and the rivers that we depend on. Imagining this whole system that we have storing our water, that would be gone just from heating things up by 1 degree. It was gone. Based on where we're headed, we could fully expect that to be the future. It's not the end of the world, it just means it's the end of the world as we know it. This is our chance to learn lessons from that, have knowledge that will help us as we go through global changes again in the future.
With visions of drying lakes and vanishing streams fresh in my mind, I wondered, were some of Brian's predictions already happening? I needed to go find someone who literally spends his days watching the snow melt. That man exists. His name is Billy Barr.
I spell it small B-I-L-L-Y, small B-A-R-R.
Some people call him the Snow Guardian. He lives in a cabin out in the woods.
Picture this. It's a snowy day, it's dark and cold, and you make a fire and you're sitting by the fire and you're reading with a cup of tea, and it goes on for 9 months. Oh, hey.
Hi. Billy lives alone in this house he helped build. Here, he grows his garden, has an impressive hat collection, loves cricket, and dreams of Bollywood. Every 2 weeks, he skis back into the nearest town for supplies. When I visited him, he had been doing this for more than 40 winters. But Billy does a little more than just read and drink tea.
Oh, when were you born?
78.
See, there you go. Is it in summer?
No, it was in March. Let's see how much snow you had in March.
Okay, I should
Okay,
do this as a
1978,
business.
yeah.
I can tell people, do you want to know how much snow
I'll
is in
predict
Belgium?
I'll predict the kind of day it was for your birthday.
It's March what?
24th. There we are.
The low was minus 21.5 Celsius. That's minus
Good.
7.
That's good Russian cold.
7.75 inches for the day.
That's great. That's good
We
powder
had
day.
80 inches on the ground that day. The day you were born, there was 80 inches. I remember that day because it was 80 inches.
This wasn't just a party trick. For more than 40 years, Billy has kept a meticulous record of snow in his little part of the world.
Okay, mark it said February 26, 1978, 10.5 inches of snow that day. January 20th, minus 11.5. April 28th, 1980, high was 41. Ooh, that's in 1997, 1/2 inch new snow. A weasel was roaming around inside the shack. Damn, the birds were back. I lived in an 8 by 10 foot old shack. And had no electricity, no water, and I had nothing, and I was just there all day. The main thing I interacted with was the weather and the animals. So I started recording things just because it was something to do. I had nothing to prove, no goals, no anything. So actually a researcher at the lab wanted to look at it. And then once he started looking at it scientifically, then all of a sudden, like, these decades worth of data were being used for more than my own curiosity.
It was good to see I wasn't the only person digging snow holes for a living. Billy has done this every day, twice a day, all winter long.
I'd keep going until the snow was gone. If it snowed, I would record that no matter when.
I have so many